Well, there's always sort of that pain like in the back of your mind and stuff, but like there's no real like everyday like in my face kind of pain, but there's always something there.
Immediately the loss was just very overwhelming and too much for me to bear. I slipped into a depression for at least a year where I really wasn't happy. I couldn't laugh without it feeling forced. Now there's always a sadness.
I think it's just really important that you remember that there's a lot of freedom out there, and you need to just take it, and you need to just experience it.
Sonia and I met in 5th grade at Blue Hills Elementary in Saratoga. We went to elementary school, junior high, and high school together. We lived together during college. We lived together after college. We decided at the age of 25, we were on a whim, took a road trip to Magic Mountain. And so just the two of us, and we were there, and Magic Mountain's all Warner Brothers, so they had the Batman ride, and the Joker, or the Riddler, and the Superman ride. So for some reason, we just thought it'd be kind of a fun idea to get Superman t-shirts. And for some reason we just started that way. It was kind of just a little thing, and then once we started liking Superman t-shirts, we started seeing them everywhere. She was never physically strong because of the physical disability she had, the cystic fibrosis that she was born with. But she was definitely mentally and emotionally strong. We were very much opposites that way.
I probably will always have horses in my life just because they do a lot for me. Their spirit of relaxation, take the day as it comes, enjoy what you have, rain or shine, be grateful for it, because they are. Horses are just grateful for what they do every day. Goes all the way down those tracks.
I did a tattoo recently. The girl came to me with the story first. You know, this is what she wanted to express to me. Before she told me what it was that she wanted, she needed to give me background on how important this was to her. But her grandmother had died recently, and they had a shared love of hummingbirds and, you know, hanging out in the garden and all that. So I drew the tattoo to the best of my ability, and it took hours, and she was in a lot of pain. I mean, she took it like a champ, but she was in a lot of pain for the tattoo. And she refused to peek at it while I was doing it. I just worked and worked and worked. I was exhausted by the time it was done. I know she was beat when it was over, but we get up, it's all cleaned up, and she walks over to the mirror to check it out, and she just starts bawling, just crying, and it was a beautiful tattoo.
You know this, you know this.
It's in German, which my dad is 100% German, and I'm half German, and it sort of makes sense because he used to teach me German words, so I decided to have it in German, and it says father. And my dad died 2 days after my 17th birthday. He was definitely my favorite person, one of my best friends. When I look at them, I don't necessarily think it makes me feel sad because I didn't get like a tattoo that represents death. It's sort of like, it makes me feel happy because it's a tattoo that represents like life and memories and stuff like that, so.
She got the idea of getting a Superman tattoo because Jon Bon Jovi had a Superman tattoo, and so she thought it'd be a great idea, and she wanted me to get it, and I told her no. I said I had no desire to get a Superman tattoo, and then she got it on her foot. But the day after that she passed away, I was on Haight Street, and it just seemed like the right thing to do. I felt very helpless when she was gone, but it just seemed right at the moment, and it was definitely healing for me to have the tattoo. I think it was a way for me to make sense and for me to kind of control what was, I had lost her and there was nothing I could do, but I could get this tattoo, and that was something that a choice I could make, an action I could take.
About 4 years ago, I decided my love of horses was of high stakes, and I decided I'd show it by having a tattoo. To me, it means what horses mean to me, and my tattoo means freedom of spirit with horses. So it's just all freedom. It's just freedom from a lot of just stress. It's very de-stressing. So, I can hang out there. I lose track of time. My ex and I broke up just because we had difference of ideas of how to retire. He wanted to retire and move and be snowbirds, move back and forth and live in condos. I wanted to retire to something like this, where you have open space and have horses and all, and he didn't see that as something in his lifespan that he wanted to do. It helps remind me of what my goal is. So more than anything, because it's my passion. So I guess you would say, so eventually I will be there.
The loss of Sonia affected me a lot for a good year. I actually quit teaching where I was teaching before. A lot of other things were happening, but it definitely was very difficult for me because she was the closest thing I had to a sister. And she was very much my source of strength, so in a sense she was my superwoman. I think it's made me more compassionate to students when life gets in the way, and understanding that, and also just I realize how important the bonds that students have with their friends, and I know that because losing her was as much as losing any family member. The point of me was not to see it a lot, but just to know it was there, and I think that's kind of with Sonia, that I could no longer see her, but I knew she was there with me, and so it's not about seeing it, it's just about knowing that it's there was really what was important to me. I actually put it on a spot on my body where I really didn't want to see it because I didn't really want a tattoo, but having it there, makes me feel good when I do see it, or just knowing that it's there is fine.
Maybe for some people the pain of the tattoo could be sort of like the pain of the death in physical form, but for me, it wasn't about that. I didn't want to inflict pain on myself. I just wanted something that was a constant reminder on my body every day. If my house burnt down and all my pictures were gone, it's fine because I still have things with me. You know what I mean? On my body forever.